Hey guys, so we're just going to round out the last of the sales 101 in terms of your follow-up. So I want you to consider, we've touched on this a lot in the other videos, but we just want to bring it all together to the end to just go, hey guys, these are the things that you should be doing as part of your follow-up. Now, follow-ups are not bad, especially if you're doing a higher end program, bigger ticket, online. Definitely want to make sure you're having things. If you're getting on the phone with someone and you're basically offering them a 1,200, 1,500, 997 type program, you've got to make sure you've got this follow-up in place, particularly if you're handing this off to salespeople. Free groups for content are fantastic. So making sure you've got people in the free group, you're interacting in that free group, you're giving value in that free group, having some really great moderators, particularly clients and things like that is really, really powerful for that. Staff members, things like that, to make sure that there's a certain element of regular content going out in those groups. You can share that content across your Instagram stories, so that you're sharing your social content. That's no problem at all, but just make sure you've got some exclusive content that's going in there that's particularly for that group. Email sequences, automated with information and stories, of course, because you can be a bit more upfront in your emails. It's a lot less control than Facebook and Instagram marketing. So you can do a lot of before and afters. You can do a lot of stories. You can do a lot of value, a lot of education. You can do that. We typically do like 5 to 7 days of daily content, while we know we're hard contacting people. And then as you're going through sort of that first 7 to 10 days, they're getting regular content between you and obviously the salespeople or the team that are following them up, or, you yourself at the end of each day when you're saying, hey, Julie, gave you another call today, try again tomorrow, those sort of things. So you've got multiple contact points, multiple ways for these people to reply to you, along with your automated email value content. And then moving into that, you can put them on your newsletter. You can put them on, maybe like a monthly reply thing, where they're just getting like monthly emails or weekly emails, depending on how much content you guys have, just enough to stay relevant, enough to stay content aware. And then obviously you shouldn't have too much of the follow-up if you're doing a 97, 77, 147, 197 sale. Anything that you're sort of under that $300 mark, you really should be able to get that over the phone. For most of you guys, it'll be between 77 and about a 147 sale. Some of you will push to a 197 sale. And I think most of you should be pretty confident with pushing those sales across the line. We talk a lot about starting low and working your way up. So if you're not 100% confident with your phone sales, you've relied mainly on referrals and consult-based sales, and the LBE or the IO sales are new to you, with that lower price point for a 28 or 21 day challenge, for example, then I would highly recommend you start lower and work your way up once your sales conversion numbers are making sense, so that we can work on the problems, keep your confidence and motivation high with getting regular sales. That's obviously what's going to grow your business, guys. Most of us in fitness are in a volume business versus, a price point business. So you want to make sure that you're going to get that, 77 sale, because then once they're in your business, they're going to love your business, right? And they're going to continue on. A little bit different for online. Obviously, you're going straight in for bigger ticket, either in payment chunks or in one big payment, because obviously with online, you want to make sure that you've got that relationship and you've taken that money factor away from it as quickly as possible, because people can just vanish in online a lot more than they can if they're in a physical gym. Make sure you are handling any objections. You're not on the phone to be someone's friend. You're on the phone to help them to change their life. So you really want to make sure you're going through that script. We've nailed that script. Make sure you've put some recordings in the group or sent it through to your coaches. You really want to make sure, guys, that you're hitting the sales to the best of your capabilities. And we're more than happy to help you guys without that. If you are going to follow them up, particularly with some high-end sales, give them some homework, give them something to do, give them 3 days worth of food, give them a workout, let them send you back the time for how they got it or what their lifts are. Give them something to do that's aligned with your program, and gives them an idea about what it's like to work with you. Even if you give them, a short membership to your, app, for example, if you want to track them through Keystone for a couple of days and see how they're going with their food, shoot them a meal plan through that, get them online to the app. Set a follow-up time and be on time. So if you're going to follow up with someone, make sure that you're there, you're on time, and you do what you said you were going to do. And those things together will really pull together a great follow-up process. Again, metering it, at the minimum with some email follow-up sequences and your dials and texts and closeouts for your low end. But then with your higher end, really making sure you guys are nailing that follow-up, that omnipotence, that value, constantly delivering value. You're a person that they can trust, that they should listen to, and that ultimately over time that will not just feed you with referrals, organic leads. There's lots of benefits to doing this stuff, guys. If you're putting great stuff out into free groups, you're putting great stuff out into your Instagram, there are, of course, as you can see from our organic mastery stuff, simple ways of delivering consistent quality content through Instagram and Facebook groups can deliver you organic leads, guys. And you're doing all of these things and repurposing it, right? It's cyclical value. You're constantly utilizing the information that you have and creating the best possible experience for people, because that's what it's all about, guys. They will remember how you made them feel.